It is great to have you joining us for the midweek message, and I get, for some people overseas this might be a bit of a surprise, but in South Africa we have load shedding every once in a while, so the power goes off in different regions for about 2 hours, and we're in one of those now, you know, that still busy working and power's out and you've got to wait 2 hours and like everything comes to a standstill. And as I was contemplating this, and I must admit I was a little bit miffed about it because I'd forgotten 10 o'clock the power was going off. But anyway, I was sitting thinking about this and thinking, thank the Lord that His power never ever goes out. That we can actually depend on God because there's this consistency. And consistent behavior results in a dependability that arises because of that consistency. So you can always trust what you're going to get. And let's be honest, in life it's not always like that. You don't have consistent behavior from your family or your friends or even from yourself. So every once in a while it's like your power goes out and you're just in this dark place and you're unpleasant to be around. Aren't you, because I am, so glad God is not like that. In Isaiah 40 verse 8 it says, you know, the grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of God will stand forever. And that means like any time in your life where you're feeling a bit down, you can go to the word of God and it's going to have what you need because the word is going to consistently be true and consistently be uplifting and consistently going to impart to you what you need. The problem we got, you know, when we got this load shedding moments in our life is we don't go to the word. We first dwell on all the negative and we're trying to build these philosophies and these action plans and all of these things where the only consistent thing we got is the word of God. Well, the word of God and Jesus. Because in Hebrews 13 verse 8 it says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and get this, forever. And because He's the same, we can always go to Him. We don't have to worry like, what am I going to be receiving from Jesus today? Always the same. And I don't know, we need dependability in our life. And I want to tell you today, you can depend on Jesus. It doesn't matter what you're facing right now, how dark the times may seem. You can depend on Jesus because He's the same yesterday, today, and He will be the same forever. And how good was He to you yesterday? If you think about it and you look at today, but you look at today from tomorrow, you will also realize how good Jesus was and how consistent He was. And so it goes on. So, I mean, those are the only two things we can really trust, is the Word of God and Jesus Christ. And what more do you need? You can't depend on self. You can't depend on others. You can't depend on the government. You can't depend on circumstances perfectly aligning themselves. All you can depend on is the Word of God and on Jesus Christ. So why don't you, the next time you have a need for consistent behavior from people, or a need for consistency from a situation, or you need someone you can really depend on, why don't you rather try the Word of God and Jesus Christ before you try any of those other things? And you'll see what a huge impact that's going to make in your life and how much change will take place because you went to the right sources, the ones that never ever fail. Man, if you can do that, it's going to look better today and tomorrow and forever. Thanks for tuning in. Share the message. Do what we usually do. Love connecting with you like this. It's really such an honor. And man, one day I hope to get to meet all of you so we can hug each one of you. Thank you. Again, we love you. Be blessed.